Hello, this is Frosty510 and welcome to Need for Speed Unbound online mode. And I just wanted to go through what I like about it and what could be better. So, first things first, you make a new character because it's separate. So, completely separate. So, let's jump out in the world. So, it means you have a separate garage. You don't carry any cars over between the two modes. And also, you don't carry your budget, your money over. So, you can earn a lot more in the online mode. Just quicker. It's a totally different economy. Alright, doesn't really matter. So they want to pick a route. Yeah, whatever. So in online mode you only have 3 different race types you can participate in. Oh, you just park here. So you have, I'll jump in there, I'll show you. So you have different classes. So your A class, B class, S class, and you have 3 different events. So your sprint, your loop, and your longer distance sort of sprint, basically. And yeah, so that's it. You don't have any drift. So the first issue I have is there's no drift modes you can do with other people, which I think is a bit sad. Because you're playing online with other people, you should be able to do drifting. I mean, I can understand, it can take a bit longer and depends on the tracks and things. And you have them all on the same track, and you don't want collision on, obviously, so you have like Ghost, and they all, you can, drive through other people and not contact them. And you want a timer, so again, you need to have the elements of how quickly you finish the lap as opposed to someone going really slow doing long, slow drifts because they've set up their car properly. But that's beside the point. Or is it the point? The thing about the classes is even if you don't have a vehicle, it offers you a substitute vehicle, which, say in the S class and A class, if you only have a B class vehicle, which is what you start off with, you choose one B class vehicle from different selection than the story campaign. You're given a chance to rent a car, and that car's good. Like, for fair income, good enough. So they don't give you really crap cars to rent and make it unfair. No, they give you good cars. So it's kind of like, yeah, it doesn't have all the customization and it doesn't have the, whatever paint you're going to put on, like this car. But one of the issues with upgrading your cars is you do tend to go from B to A really easy. Just get past 160 on your car points. And so it's, you just got to choose cars that are low in that power in that class, and then you upgrade them so that they stay in the same class. You don't want to push an A into an S, etc., etc. So just be wary of that. The renter cars are great though, and the best thing about the renter cars is that at the moment most people don't have, an S class and an A class, or if they do, it's not heavily upgraded. So that's actually better to use just the renter car. And then everyone has the same car, and that's something I think so like an unintended positive aspect of the game is that technically you can, if you pre-order, you get $150,000 in the online mode only, and that allows you to, upgrade your garage so you can get better parts, so you can get a faster car. But that doesn't really hold much weight, so it isn't pay to win because the renter car's better than whatever you're going to be able to build on your own. You'll be able to buy maybe $100,000 car, and then that's not enough. And you need you got to get a couple of $100,000, get a good car and upgrade it. So it's kind of, I don't know. Since the renter car is so good, I feel like there's no incentive. I don't want to collect cars in this because again, it's so separate from story mode, and I'll do story mode review soon. But it's just a different kind of story mode than they've done for a long time. So I think it's good in that aspect. But I would have liked, I don't know, maybe you finish story mode, then you start online, and then that way you can merge the two garages, and then you don't feel sort of disadvantaged. But I can see that would lock people away from online mode, and I don't know. I feel like Need for Speed Heat did a better job of it. I feel like it's just because they were merged. Let me just do a big jump here. You're doing a lot of NOS, a lot of boosting. One of the things in online mode and in story mode. So it's one thing you have to manage. Getting the perfect start in online mode isn't as important as in story mode. In story mode, you can lose so many races because you just didn't realize you need to have a perfect start. If you don't have a perfect start, you're done. It does help to have a perfect start in this as well, though. The world looks nice. Online mode is nice. There's no story in it. There's no talking dialogue type situation. No setup about there's no like purpose, grand purpose. I think that's where it's weak. Having no drifting, that's annoying. And the main thing, I suppose, the other thing it doesn't do, which it can do, is you don't race bots. You only race other online players. So if you start a race, which will take me quite a while to do, so okay, I'll show you. If you start a race, every race is downstairs. Wait, can I jump down? Is there a thing there? There is. Okay. Okay, so let's go here. So if you start a race, you pick whichever race you want. You don't worry too much about your cars, because see, if I do all S, I don't have an S car, so it'll just be with the rent a car. Same with S plus, so an A plus. So again, you want a mix. A mix is great because then everyone gets to try their cars. So an AS, that's probably a good one. So I do start the event. Now the event doesn't start unless someone else joins me, which they did. And the payouts are good and increase if you have lots of people. So I did a race with 5 people, and it did go up a fair bit. So see how first place has gone up to 25,000? You get a multiplier with more players. You can earn a lot of money in online pretty quick. Honestly, it's a lot easier than in story mode to earn money. And there's the other thing is there's no cops. So I've got this car, which again is weaker than the rent a car. So this is one of the problems when you buy a vehicle, is that if you buy one and it doesn't have the same as the rent a car, then you're disadvantaged. So I'll be disadvantaged in this race because the other people have upgraded their cars and they got the AMG and it's upgraded. Or it's just that's the rent a car. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's a good thing, I think, that the rent a cars are so powerful. So it means better off just in them. But once you buy a car, you can't use the rent a car. So don't buy any cars, which is kind of against the entire principle of the whole game. So over time, this will change because no one will have rent a cars. So the people who so perfect start. And I'll do this race. I'll probably, I'm sure if we stop after one. So I'll just show you. You only got the 4 people, so you don't have any bots, and I want bots in there. And it means without the bots, you can't do solo. So you could get, you can make lots and lots and lots of money in online, get a really awesome car, which there's more car variety in online than there is in the story mode at the present. It takes a while to get up to parity. And then you could go and have the best car, and then no one joins the race and you don't get to race it. So it's kind of like, So it's one of the things that this online community is very vulnerable. If you had bots, you could still, do the races against the bots and you wouldn't be too worried about not having other people all the time. And even then you could just play against the bots if you wanted to. Without the stress of the story mode gives you a bit of stress. It's talk about it in another thing, but it is a bit like Persona style, which is a good thing, really. Okay. Oh god. Getting to the front is really important. Not smashing into other cars, as in the pedestrian vehicles, is really important. You can smash into the other drivers. There's no etiquette like in Gran Turismo. So you can just, have fun doing that. And you can take down other cars. It's one thing that it's not very consistent. Like, you have to be absolutely going full bore. And so this guy's right on me, which is fine. That's good. Keeping that on my shoulder. Oh, I hate that turn. Okay, I'm just thinking up a storm here. So once people get a good distance in front of you, it's very hard to catch up unless they do a bad job or they hit a wall like I just kept doing. Drifting is not always beneficial, so just be aware that driving normally, like you would in a normal race, can be better. So only second there. I should have won that race. That you can't do. One of the things that's good in story mode is you can place bets against people and say, I'm going to beat that one person in the race. And you can't do that in online, which I think would be great if you could. Because there's really, you can't, the only way you lose money is by spending it. So it'd be nice if you could actually wager $10,000 that you win a race. Might be actually interesting. Now the rent-a-car is slightly less powerful than this car I'm using. Oh no, wait. No, it's more powerful. I'm 47. Why is the AMG? That guy's got an AMG as well. So everyone's got cars in here. Yeah, this is the styling. Why not? So chance. I feel like I'm less likely to win in this car. It does a little intro thing, which is nice, showing people's avatar characters. 2, 1. Oh, shocking start. See, if you have a poor start, you're right at the back, and in story mode you just get obliterated. You got a draft. I have good top speed, but again they're gonna smash me. So you want high density races with lots of traffic, so everyone is doing that. Gotta get back on the track. There's no inside car view with the camera. Okay. And you can see the other car's effects, which is great. God, I feel like I'm no chance now. Just gotta hope that they smash into someone. Turn! Lots of the environment's destructible, so there's not too many snags. That's one of the things about, say like Forza Horizon and the Forza games, is they can have a few obstacles in the environment that are a bit unfair. But that said, you can't really go cross country too much in this. You can, but it's just there are big trees. So there are indestructible trees around. Okay, so I'm going to finish third here, unless one of them has an accident. Big job! I haven't got the right tyres. It'd be great if I had better tyres. Okay. %. Oof, that was so close. Okay, so second place. Did well. So that guy in second had an accident, and that was the only reason. But I nearly had an accident there too. So second place. If C Bezzy won the first race, they did. Okay, so I have to win, and C Bezzy has to come third. Sixth? No, even then. Okay, so this one we're all in the rent-a-car because it's S. So it's a fair race. It's going to be about who gets the perfect start. And I have to smash Bezzy into a wall. Obliterate them. So yeah, what the fun things? I've been complaining a lot. The racing's good. I mean, again, you get punished if you smash into a car and destroy your vehicle. And you can literally destroy your vehicle if you crash often enough. I've almost destroyed my vehicle a couple of times. Durability just goes down really lower and lower, so it becomes easier to smash your vehicle to bits. But it's so easy to smash your vehicle anyway. Yeah. Let's go. So you see that white area? Oh, god damn. Yeah, so you had to accelerate the perfect time. Classic Mario Kart style. Okay, so get on the road. Okay, I'm running across. Oh, I'm just losing all my speed. It's Bezzy at the front. Sometimes I feel like the drifting really slows you down. Like it doesn't actually help. So there is a bit of realism in the driving, a bit more than I had thought there would be. So it does feel like, unless you really calibrate the car closely, you do get punished a bit. So that's a good thing. You are rewarded for, you know, understanding how cars work a little bit. It's not a completely casual game. You find that in story mode in particular. Ooh. So I need to get past Bezzy, and I need to make sure the Bezzy smashes into some other car and goes head-on collision and gets obliterated. There are off-road tyres and things, so but I haven't seen any off-road races, especially not in online. Off-road specific races, like, you know, with big cars and doing all that sort of stuff. Okay, here we go. We get into draft round. Still good, still good. Just keep going. Just believe in yourself. Okay, so we just need a perfect drift. A little bit of brake there, probably too much. So here we go. Just watch out for this car. Nicely done. That's how you do it. And then again. So the world looks beautiful. I think the world is actually better than... It's kind of one of those ones where you're distracted by the present and you can't quite appreciate the world as much as you should. But it is a beautiful world. And that city's good. I don't know, there's something not quite right. Yes! Oh, ho, ho. I know Bezzy's won overall, but it was nice to get that one win. Whoa, 0.07. Bezzy came third! Wait, does that mean... No, Bezzy won 2, so that should... Countback should get them to win. But that's what I needed. 6. Why if they just come last? No. Last place was so far behind. So do I win? Do I win? Do I win? I do win! Oh, cop that. Cop that, Bezzy. Oh yeah. So there's some good online sort of tension, you know, when you smash into each other. So some races you'll be driving fairly, and I'll just pause it. Driving fairly like a good boy or good girl, you know, not hitting people. And then other races you just obliterate them. So it is it's good. You get that, you know, running into each other, smashing each other sort of thing. If there was like proximity chat, I think you have to do the party chat stuff. If there was a party chat thing, I think that'd be quite nice. I mean, again, depends on who you're racing against, if they get a bit upset. But it is just annoying there's no drifting. No drift races. I'd like to do the drift races. If anything, just to practice them, because in story mode you don't get to practice the drift races, you're just straight into them. Alright, this has been enough. So yeah, I'd like the option of bots. I'd like to be able to race them on my own, because again, the currency doesn't matter so much, I find, because the renter cars are so good. So I feel like it's so balanced. The online is quite well balanced. It's pretty fair. Unless you bring in your own car of that class and you get smashed because it's not up to snuff. So it's really you're really disadvantaged by buying a car of, you know, S class or A class at the minute. So you're better off taking your time, saving up as much money as you can before you get it, so you can upgrade it. And it, probably a bit clearer in the UI about, you know, what is each class, and, you know, that you do have a rent a car. So there could be a little tutorial for the online mode, because there isn't one. So I don't really understand why there isn't. Okay, so all right. I don't do another one, but it's good. Good that people do the races, racing each other, having a good time. That's the fun part. Maybe the bots would clutter it. I think I disagree though. I feel like for the people who are in last place, they need someone to overtake, and in that case, it's the 7th and 6th and 5th place bots. You know, you do need to give people who are struggling something to aim at. Grind on the rail! Oh, there's a tree. Oh, I'll drive into the water. Sure. Yeah, there's a bit of that. So yeah, yeah, that'll do. It's good. Could get a lot better. Some of the races are quite long, so you do have to be prepared for that. Like 4-minute races, and it's three to 4 minute races. So it can take you 12 to, you know, 15 minutes to do a whole thing to get you 22,000. So some are much quicker than others. But they're running all the time. People are driving around. See, there's Bezzy running around. You can just smash into them in the open world. So that's where, again, playing with your friends online would be much better, because you could do the races and then other people join, and then you try and get the win, or you can team up and smash them to bits. And yeah, I just want drift races, bots. That's really it. It's good though. Is it as good as Need for Speed Heat? I think Heat was better because you shared your garage. So I think it's kind of, they're totally different things. But it's just the way that the story mode has been designed in Need for Speed Unbound, that it kind of, it doesn't lend to a mix with the online, because all the challenge of the story mode is, you know, managing your money. And if you have the online part of it and you can get easy money with online races, then it takes that away. So I can understand why they separated it. It's just that I don't really see, there's like there's no like leaderboard, like who's won the most races on the server, or there could be a lot more server specific things to sort of incentivize who's the fastest guy, who's done the best speed trap. You know, there's no other challenges rather than being in the race. But it is nice you can see them in the race over there. So yeah. And then that guy's in a race on that. 2 people there? Oh, then they are. It's interesting. But yeah. And if you do a race on your own, which I've done one on my own because the second player disconnected, it's just a bit sad. A bit lonely. Yeah. I've talked for way too long, as usual. It's been Frosty Pro 10. Like and subscribe on this online mode, what I like and what could be added. Yeah. I didn't show you all the cars, but yeah, you can look that up for yourself. Oh, you want me to do it? Where am I? I'm right near one. Okay, I can show you all the cars. That's not a problem. Let's see if we can... Yeah, let's go around here. I'm going to show you all the awesome, expensive cars. And you can say, ooh, or you can be like, eh. I don't know. Okay, get in here. But having no police chases in the online, I think, is another thing, which is a bit, I don't know, a bit weird. You do challenges to unlock vehicles to be able to buy them. So that's how you get the vehicles. So I'll show you. I've got a couple of rides. So nice, but I'll buy and sell, that's it. So you have lots of cars. I want to go sort of slowly so you can see them, some of them. Pause the video on the one you want to look at. All of them you can upgrade. You can change the engines, which is the big upgrade. So you can really make them a lot faster. So these are the more sort of classic-y ones. I'm going to do challenge to unlock. Unlock. Yep, look at me, I'm going so slow. Yep, you can pause it. Pause each one. 50 takedowns, drift with brake or billboard collectibles. Why would you do that for that car? That's a bloody tough challenge. Oh my gosh, some of these are so tedious. Oh, 135 stars on long jumps for the Nissan 370Z Nismo. Jeez. Okay, these challenges are ridiculous. Let's see the best cars that are locked behind. I'm just gonna go with faster. Stuff you. So the drift challenges are their easiest ones, and then finishing the tier playlists, which again don't have drift races. And if anything, I'd like just single races to be nice too, because they do the groups of 3, which again I think it is sort of, there's positives to that, which is you stay together, and then you use to rent a car or whatever. But I wouldn't mind single races as well. Just make them really long. Like a 4-minute race is a single race. Okay, so we're doing all the good stuff now. Aventadors, and that's what you wanted. Finish 5 tier A plus playlists. That's not too bad. In a McLaren. Okay, so some of these you need to buy a car to be able to do it. So they've got the Koenigsegg Reggers. We've got the Ferrari FXXK Evo. And we've got the Bugatti Chiron Sport. So that's finished 35 S plus playlists. I've got 2 of 35. And then you've got to get 3.6 million to buy it. So yeah, I don't know how, it'll take you a very long time, honestly. So you do have custom cars, so they've got, you know, stylized already, pre-wrapped. But you can do, the community wraps will come soon. People are just got to make them. And that's one, what's this? Some celebrity's car, I don't know people. So yeah, that should do. Yeah, so this is the online mode, Need for Speed Unbound. It's fun. Playing against other people online, racing against other people is always fun. And there's no etiquette, so you can just smash them. But you do find sometimes if you're behind, that you just never catch up. There's no, you know how some games have the fast catch-up style thing where you suddenly get an extra boost of speed to catch up to make the races close. That doesn't have it in this. You just sort of, you occasionally get NOS when you have collisions and things. There's a bit of generosity with the NOS, but again, you're really just battling. But yeah, but it's sort of realistic, fair in that way. I don't mind that, because I don't like where you can just catch up so easy. You should be asked the question of, can you drive faster to catch up, and then put the pressure on them so they make a mistake, and then they smash into a car, and then you're in front of them. So I've had that happen. I've been overtaken in the last 10 meters of a race as well. So yeah, I'm going to do a story mode review, so I'll do that soon once I'm further into it, because it's had to confirm all the details. But yeah, this has been Frosty510. Like and subscribe. Online mode, what I like about it, and what could be added or changed to improve it. Yep. Catch you next time. Bye bye.